everyone. This is our online forum, interim forum of our session since we've met last summer. So we are now in a full winter clothes and Aziz now having heavy snow back in New Jersey. I think apart from Sam, you're now in the down south. You're still in summer. But apart from you, we all after 6 months of time we have been busy in ourselves and with the time season change we are here back again. So how have you been? And Professor Shin is here. He wanted to just give a little welcome remark. Should we have her on board? Professor Shin?
Good day, everyone. Wherever you're joining us from, I hope the timing works for you. Here in Seoul, it's 6 a.m. So if I sound especially energetic, the coffee may be helping. My name is Jay Shin, Director of the Korea University Institute for Sustainability. Many of you may remember meeting me in person during the Climate Core Summer School last July. It's a pleasure to see you again today, even though we are meeting online. First, I would like to extend a warm welcome to the professors joining us today. Thank you for your continued guidance and for your commitment to advancing collaboratory research through Climate Core. We truly appreciate your efforts to sustain joint projects across institutions and to mentor our students through these shared endeavors. I would like to also welcome our student participants whose ideas, energy, and dedication are at the heart of this program. Today's Climate Core Online Forum is an opportunity to reconnect, to share how your projects and research have developed since last summer, and to look ahead to the next Climate Core Summer School, which will take place from July 6th to 10th, 2026. Based on your experiences, we love to hear your ideas on how this year's program can be even better. Before we begin, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to Gyuri Park, who served as program director last year and has once again taken on this role for today's forum and this year's summer school. We are deeply grateful for her continued leadership and dedication. Thank you all for joining us. I hope today's forum will be both engaging and productive. Thank you and enjoy the forum.
Thank you for connecting us again. It's really great to see all the familiar faces again. Reminds me of the very good days we had last summer. A couple of updates. First, I hired a PhD student from Korea University who is an alum of Korea University. So that's an exciting update. He just started in last fall, and he's doing very well. The second update is following the Climate Core. I had close discussions with two colleagues that I had met at KU, Dr. Wu and Dr. Kim from the School of Engineering at KU. And we have been discussing multiple ideas, including some of the ideas that we had initiated at Climate Core. And then meanwhile, we were fortunate that there was an agreement between Rutgers University and Korea University to launch a seed grant funding collaboration. So we're currently working on putting together a proposal in response to this call. Our main topic is at the intersection of AI, energy, and climate. These are the key keywords that we are looking into, particularly at the dual role of AI being both a stressor and a catalyst these days. So we have the workloads from AI coming in, and then at the same time, AI can possibly help solve some of the grid challenges. So we're putting some exciting ideas, and we're going to try our luck with this funding proposal. If it works out, that's great. It provides us a platform to develop these ideas further, yeah, we're excited about that. So thank you very much.
Sure. So I it's a bit early for me. So my brain is still slowly waking up. And then it's really nice to see you all. And it has like through all the talks that you gave so far, it slowly like reminded me of all the memories of Korea and then the Climate Corps. So as work-wise, I haven't changed so much. I got several new students to supervise from September. So I have like 4 bachelor students now. And I'm also expecting to get a few more master's students from April. So I'm like my lab is slowly growing. And then I guess one thing was that I met one Waseda University student who is from my university, but who I wouldn't have met if I wasn't attending this climate corps. And then we talked, and then we happened to have shared interests. So he's actually working for me as a research assistant until April or so. So thank you for the opportunity to like connect with not only the people across the world, but also within the university. Okay. Yes. So as Sam has mentioned, so if you guys remember the presentation we gave called Kimchi Playground, that has evolved slowly through several meetings, and we are in the progress of submitting a proposal, and the theme is still around the climate kind education, and then it's going to be geared toward building a transnational, transdisciplinary climate kind education network. So that's actually the title of the project. And Shamta Hunter, Dr. Shamta Hunter from UBC is the PI, and she has been doing tremendous work on putting everyone together. And hopefully we submit in the closest round, which is going to be in, I think, 1 week or 2 weeks. I forgot which day, but I think the internal deadline was last week, but she said like she might be able to extend it. So if we were able to submit this to the closest deadline, then we will perform some kind of activities that is funded by this grant in Climate Corps 2026. And if Curie wants to add anything onto this.
Yes, some very exciting news because after the summer school, I stayed 1 more week in Korea, and I connected really well with John, and we spent some time together. And by coincidence, we found out that she's also working on a Horizon project with her supervisor or with her professor. And I was curious because I didn't know that Korea could also apply for Horizon Europe projects. And then yeah, we looked it up, and it was a very new announcement that Korea is part of the Horizon Europe funding now. So they can also be members and yeah, can apply for funding. So not only countries from the EU, but also yeah, some other countries like Korea can apply for this and can be part of the consortium. So I talked with my supervisor in Barcelona, and we invited Gion and her professor to one of our proposals we are currently writing. So this is really exciting, and we're hoping to have a bit more chances to have a bit broader consortium and a more international team working on it. So this is really cool. And also what I just saw is that Japan will be part of the Horizon Europe consortium from yeah, 2026 as well. So I just thought this is like a really nice opportunity in general to maybe include in the summer school for 2026 because yeah, like these Horizon calls, they're looking for very international consortiums, and they are focused on sustainability, like also yeah, a lot of different topics. And this could be a great idea to yeah, to create some ideas we create in the summer school, and further on maybe make a proposal, a research proposal out of this, and apply for some Horizon calls with a very international, interdisciplinary team. So yeah.
That's really cool. And who was it? Did you say was it from Korea University from our summer school?
Yeah, Jion, she was also working.
G1?
Yeah, exactly.
Ah, was it your team?
No, she wasn't my team. I just met her once in the bus on one of the day trips, and yeah, we connected.
That's really cool. And all the best. When is the deadline for that?
So there's one deadline in February, but we're probably doing the deadline in September and then submitting the proposal.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, the Climate Corps was truly one of the best experience in my life, I have to say. So yeah, it's truly nice to see familiar faces and some updates. I started working in the chemical industry as a process engineer, mainly involving the safety of the chemical plants right now. And yeah, that's about it. And also, I still have some regular calls with friends from Korea.
Really?
Like every month we do like a WhatsApp call. So yeah, it's truly nice and gave me like new friends and yeah.
Wow. So you have you graduated and started working as a professional engineer?
Yeah.
Wow. Congratulations on your new job.
Thank you.
And the continued friendship. That's really cool. And it's very humbling to hear that it's been the best experience of your life.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So basically what we changed was like we saw with olivine there was one problem. If you look at the reaction, you need a lot of rock actually to make a real impact. So we were thinking like, okay, our reactant design is not really feasible because for 1 ton olivine you can only capture about half a ton of CO2. So we were looking at, okay, are there any big volumes of rocks, of these olivine rocks? And yes, there is. There are actually these diamond mines have waste products called kimberlites mining tailings. So these are rich in olivine. So what we would actually do is they will send their flue gases through these mining tailings, and we engineer this heap so we can actually increase the reaction speed. So at the end, we have this valuable product called magnesium carbonate, which we can sell to the construction industry. And so we have actually two streams of income, one from the mines and one from the construction industry. So then we also looked into the geography, and we looked at mainly at Canada. Why Canada? Because they have these kimberlite mines, these diamond mines, and they have strong carbon regulations, and they have these power plants at site, meaning they have this CO2 at site. So therefore Canada. And then also another important thing maybe to say is these also really have a social impact. Why? Because as you can see, these mines are in the north of Canada. This is where indigenous people live. So they are concerned about the health. For example, these mine tailings are not really stable. You have these leachates of heavy metals into the groundwater. So with our technology or with our engineering, we can stabilize these mining tailings. So yeah, we did also a small industry analysis. We looked at competitors, and that was it. Yeah.
From my phone, actually in the university. This is El Rosario's university, actually.
Beautiful.
We are in a meeting right now, so I had to take the call here. But I just wanted to show you a little bit. This is like our oldest center that we have, but we really appreciate the history and the things we have in this place. This is called El Claustro. It's in Bogota, Colombia. So just for me to show you a little bit, I know it seems like it's alone, but it's just because here we are on the weekend still. So
Beautiful.
hi everyone. Thank you. Thank you for this call. Actually, I think I am going to be representing as well my Colombian peers. I think they will not be able to join the call, but and I will also be representing the things that we did in the team. I am from Team 6. That is Harriet Brown, that is Dylan Wan, Ruwei Wang, and actually from the KU team, we also have Jenny Kim. So actually we did some slides, but I think this is a little bit informal. Still, I'm just going to use them because, well, we did them, so I'm just going to share them here. Please just let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Perfect. So just for like everyone to remember, we were the we were the Parliament for Nature team. We were focused on the global equity and justice team. We won the second prize in this category, and we did a little bit of this presentation just for you to like keep with us. So did you miss us? Because we missed you. This is the whole team. For those who maybe don't remember, this is the team we worked in Team 6. And I'm just going to share a little bit of the progress we did. As they are not able to connect, I'm just going to present mine progress. So I think this is very like fundamental to share, to also like focus that we have worked on the initiative and also in our individual projects. So I think one of the things that make me like the proudest, I don't know if that's okay to say, is that here at the University of Rosario, we have reached the first place. We are the most sustainable university here in Colombia. We are the number one. We have, thank you. We have been working very, very hard. That's why I'm in the university here on weekend. With the whole directive team, with the sustainable department of El Rosario, also with the Ministry of Environment here in Colombia. So we have made a lot of progress. I don't know, I'm so sorry that it's in Spanish, but what it does it there is that we are the first in Colombia, the third one in Latin America, and we are placed in the 24th place globally as the sustainable universities around the world. So this is really, really like important for us. It's a result of a lot of coordinated actions that we did, faculty, administrative actions that we developed. But this is also something to be very proud, and something where I personally brought like the whole project that we did in the Climate Corps into this context, because there are a lot of funding and possible ways to develop these kind of proposals, especially in Colombia, because particularly in Latin America, because we have, well, we are very biodiverse. So, and we have many minorities and indigenous communities that are really hoping for this kind of initiatives to happen. So it's really important for us just to bring this into many kind of places as the university. That's one of the updates. And the second one, it's I have now joined Abbott Laboratories, that it's an international company. It's a pharmaceutical, and we are right now working also in the 2030 agenda. I have joined Abbott Sustainable team as well. So I have also like bring like my view into sustainability and the experience that we had in the Climate Corps experience into this pharma world, because I don't know if everybody like knows this, but pharmaceuticals are a really, really big problem talking about climate change. So for me, it has been like a really great way to like, I don't know, it's like to hit the jackpot, but to attack something that it's that could be huge. I mean, it's one of the biggest companies around the world. So we have worked in a lot of topics here, but especially in the GS sorry, it's very cold here. Sustainable fund, that it's a place where internationally interns can present ideas for them to be funded with the money that it's being like recollected from all the recycling and all the good sustainable actions that we do in Abbott. So I think not only for me, I also wanted to show this to other peers, because you can find possible funding if you have other kind of proposals that may be more engineering or pharmaceutical related, but just to open this to everyone. And I think that's everything from my part. So thank you so much. Just looking at my slides, let me just stop sharing. So that's me.
Thank you very much, Alessandra, and congratulations on your new job, and also ranking the first in most sustainable university in Colombia. That's amazing. And then now you say that your team six, the idea is kind of being applied and implemented to the university level, and you're trying to push it to the policy level in Colombia too.
Yeah, I'm particularly, as I am the one being here in Colombia working on that, but we have we have been like keeping in touch everybody and seeing each one traveling around the world. So it has been really, really fun.
That's so cool, right? Whoa, congrats.
If I would like to share my personal what has happened to me personally over the course of the time, and especially as it relates to the summer school. So I would like to share a slide with you if it is okay.
Okay, yes. Can you make it like a little brief so that but we were happy?
Yes,
I'm
to be
glad
very brief.
yeah, glad you've made an effort to share a slide.
Yes, thank you very much. Sorry. Okay. I'm about sharing now. So can you see my slide now?
I think it's coming up. Yes.
Okay, thank you. I've actually tried to myself and nephew, a student I came with, we've been trying to leverage on lessons learned from the summer school, and but before I start, I really want to acknowledge the Korean University, because the university, through the management, the Professor Sang Isong and yourself, you did a lot for us. Otherwise, we wouldn't have even participated, because you came through for us in terms of financing, in terms of sponsoring our trip, and we are not taking that for granted. Thank you so much for everything you did, and to make it possible. And the university really appreciates you, and they will still reach out to you very soon. Thank you so much for that. And I appreciate all the resource persons and the students, the faculty, and everybody who made us have such a beautiful experience. Now to what has happened to me over the time. Actually, immediately I returned from the summer school. The university incorporated me officially as a member of the university strategic climate policy, and I was able to, and I can tell you, the experience I had with the program really went a long way, because I was able to drive a lot of the key components of the climate of the strategic policy for the university. So, and kudos to the Korean University for that. We were able to complete and submit a draft policy document for the Senate of the university to consider in November 2025. So, and I made it clear to the convener of the group, of the committee, that Korea University really tried. A lot of these things are the ideas I gained, and that we had to work on. And another thing was that on national scene, I was drafted to become, well, not myself alone, myself and nephew, we were drafted into the biodiversity management team of the country's coastal road. It's a 700-kilometer coastal road in the country, and we are saddled with the responsibility of developing management plan for the section 1 and 2 of the coastal road. And that has been in place. We have been training workers on the field, incorporating ideas about especially trying to ensure that climate is protected and species are protected, and we get a zero net loss at the end of the day. So we've been working hard on that, and a lot of ideas. My interaction with faculty on the program really helped in that area. So I appreciate everyone for that opportunity. And now from my interaction with my students, this time happens to be a time that we are reviewing the curriculum, especially our curriculum for postgraduate program in the department. And I'm already incorporating a lot of what I learned into the teaching curriculum. Personally, I've been, because in the team I belong to, the faculty team I belong to, part of what we wanted to do was to incorporate trees into ameliorating climate change in cities, and also harvesting, sequestering some the carbon, and changing it into graphene for industrial use. So it's I've been trying to look at a number of trees in the southwest region of my country, and specifically currently I'm working on 2 trees now, looking at their potentials from my research point of view. And so going forward, it's a good thing. This 6 weeks is this month. 6 months is okay. Well, it's okay, but I would like to suggest if it could be a bit tighter, for so that we'll be able to keep tabs on what we are doing, and especially with respect to our team work, maybe 3 months, not going for a longer duration, so that we'll be able to, if there are things to adjust, we will adjust them. And all the modules that you took us through, that were planned for the program, they are very great, very great. But from my work, from my biodiversity work in the country now, I found out that there is need to incorporate more of reporting and transparency and all that into the module going forward. And I'm also I don't know, but I believe this is doable. Securing maybe small grants to finance innovative proposals immediately going forward from the program. So thank you. That's my only 2 contribution feedback from my end.
This is our what can I say? The proposals is summary, and our team's proposal title is Global Platform, the intergeneration climate kind education. This is our title, but we more focus on the international learning gap and how we can, merge decreasing this gap, and also what we can do. And this is the main focus point. Is it? Am I right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So our project aims to develop to establish the scale model platform in the intergenerational climate kind education and innovation, and to aim promoting interdisciplinary problem solving for climate among the wide public. So kind of is a very wide topic, but even though we'd like to making some more real activity through these, the Korea universities, the summers activity also involved in our plan, and our each, members schools has also this kind of climate change work or co-ops and other the related, activity we already have, and that's why even a part of some existence, the activities, we can maybe joining so many other small section as a whole event. And for that, we can use our idea and maybe we can gathering some information. And the most important thing is that our team has 2 pedagogy members, and that's why we can get some more significant data. As a data, we can gather some information from the participant, and that's why we plan to after this action, we'd like to making some paper also. So that's our recently update as a team.
I did met Oliver in Hong Kong. last month.
Who?
So Olive,
Oli.
Oliver meet. Yeah. So we did meet last month in Hong Kong. And then and then actually me, Naoki, Simon and Santiago, we call once a month.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So then we call once a month.
Yeah.
Hello, Gray. Hello, everyone. Very nice to meet you all again. Excuse me for coughing probably in between. This flu that's going on in Korea it's really brutal. Since the climate school, which was really, really great experience during the summer, I hope you did you had the same experience, same kind of memory from it as I am. So actually, right before the climate course, Dr. Arabindu and I had submitted like a collaborative grant proposal that was small, but was like kind of to support the research between UCL and Korea University, which was not successful. Which was sad because after we submitted it, we kind of got connected through the list of professor of the CC participants. So we kind of proacted and then submitted a grant proposal together, and then had the CC to get actually connected in person. And then we were expecting maybe having a good kind of result out of it, but then it was not successful. Maybe very competitive. But then, it was really great that still I could see kind of many participants, both faculty and students who are interested in this global water issue, hydrologic risk issue coming from climate change. But one part of my research is also focusing on energy systems as well, not just the water system. So during the CC, I got connected with Dr. Aziz, who's at Rutgers University, and then now we're interested in looking at how the data centers that are consuming a lot of energy and they are predicted to increase their energy consumption are affecting the power grids in the U.S. and Korea, South Korea, and maybe beyond from this kind of trend of increasing data centers and then use of AI in all of our life areas. So right now we are working on a small grant proposal that was also kind of put forward by both university. And then hopefully if this grant goes through well, I guess, we'll continue the legacy of the climate course. Yes. And it's not just Dr. Aziz and I, it's me, Aziz, and Professor Jong-Yor Woo at Korea University as well as a team.
Oh yes, yeah, and you will get to know the result in like 1 or 2 months time, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
actually not very clear about the reviewing process of those grants. But if you could, kind of leverage Director Shin's kind of, ability to maybe give incentives to people who have participated in CC, I think, or maybe at least one grant should be awarded in the area of climate change. Otherwise, it's going to be all semiconductor or AI technology.
Okay, that would be too sad, right? So, okay, we'll send our energy to the selection committee and keep our fingers crossed for you.
I've been good. I just started an internship like last week, and after summer school, I worked as an assistant at summer school, by the way. And after that, I think I joined Dr. Curie's class, and I took the course, and that was how I kept in contact with sustainability, I guess, and which made me be more interested into it. And since last September, I've been studying more about finance and investment side. So I have always been questioning how to make it compatible business and finance as well as sustainability by combining all my experiences and thoughts. And it's interesting. And now I'm working at a small venture capital firm in Korea. And it's interesting to see how governments are funding for sustainable companies like startups. And actually the funds, there are a lot of like impact funds that support those kind of specific countries. So in investments, I think the startup scene is quite motivated to pour more money in sustainability. But of course, AI is huger than any other sector, but still. Yeah, and I'm looking forward for the next summer school.
Yeah. Actually, I also don't have much to share because we don't have like any follow-up meetings or but we all had a pretty great time with each other during Climate Core. Yeah, there's not much to talk about. And personally, I'm actually preparing to apply for the graduate school in Korea University. Yes, I think I'm gonna for like at least like 2 years more.
What are you going to study?
I think I'm gonna apply for the finance field.
Okay. Yeah. Best of luck with your application then. But thank you for
much.
joining too. Yeah.
It's been really interesting to see how you are all doing. I hope you can hear me well. Yeah, perfect. From Barcelona, as Professor Hyun-Jung Bang already presented, we are going to join the project, the Kimchi project, which is not the name anymore, but the Global Network for Intergenerational Transdisciplinary Climate Kind Education. And we are really excited about this project because we can also link it with other projects that we do concerning sustainability and education in schools for children. It's called Nano Divulga, which through nanotechnology, a kid can create like different engines to solve challenges that are related to SDGs. And yeah, also as well from the Vice Rectorate on Sustainability, we are going to sponsor again 3 students so that they can join next Climate Corps. So yeah.
I guess, yeah, I sort of last minute put that in, so I guess I'll do that. And I was just thinking in my own expert area, I do climate modeling, and I was considering how one of the issues is being able to represent what the actual world looks like in a climate model that's just made up of like numbers and equations and our basic understanding of like physics. And really one of the issues is, yes, taking time to research, but also taking something so complicated and simplifying it in a way that's still accurate. And that again is one of the barriers, the complexity of the real world.
We said just the distribution of sharing clean energy and technology, sort of like information sharing across borders, and trying to consider how we can approach this equitably with the different global players who might have their own reasons for pursuing climate tech, and seeing what kind of solutions we might be able to approach to have the most favorable outcome in financing and such.
Yeah, in order to have a like large scale application, that's very important, right? That's cool. Thank you.
Okay, so firstly, I was looking into carbon capture. So what I saw during my research was I saw this discrepancy in incentives from governments. For example, in Canada, you saw very big incentives for companies to capture their CO2, while Africa was a bit lacking there. So yeah. And secondly, I also saw that, for example, in Europe, which is also a front runner in carbon capture, it doesn't really make sense right now to capture the CO2 because it's too expensive. Companies just move their facilities to, for example, China, where it's much more cheap to produce their products. So this is a competitiveness of the companies that are also a bit lacking in the developed countries or in Europe, I would say.
What we have written down is also related to plant ecology. And one of us was talking about how it's difficult, how one of the difficulties in speed and scale is that they're very regional, like climate is regionally different, and also the affluence in different countries is different. So to the difficulties in terms of knowledge that circulates, but also how that knowledge can then be enforced, and the gaps that come about because of these just differences in region, in financial status, more or less.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
But
I think
if you want to add on, I don't know if I did that summary very well for my group.
I think it's a really good point that climate is a global issue, but the implications are very regional, and that makes it more challenging to come up with something to become scalable and speedy solutions. But that's really good to address on that part.
Yes, we also mentioned about the maybe the technology is already developed and exists, but it's very difficult to implement the real world on site. And maybe that is also not only the speed and scale, and that is very deeply related to the strategy, maybe governance part.
True.
Yeah. And then another point was I mentioned about the education matters actually. So the researcher side already recognized about we have to teach about the SDGs as a concept and also strategy. Maybe that is point is we already point out, but how to we still don't know about how to implement our real study the on-site actually. That's big. Actually, that is my big question. Actually, one of them. But yes, engage maybe as a pedagogy. That is really pedagogy matter. But as in actual, how to. So everybody wants to know about how we can implement these kind of concept or engage our each majors, but I think that they still don't have any, protocol maybe. But these, co-op activities can be an example, I think.
Oh, true. Our summer school itself.
Yeah.
That's kind of like meta and the yeah. That sounds good.
Yeah, that was all ours. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's keep it up. Thank you so much.
We had some background in finance and also statistics for two of us, and we mentioned about we were thinking in business lens, and we came with how to measure the performance of impact startups and ESG funds, and it's seeing a big difficulty on it because there's no agreed and standardized definition for impact or ESG, and it differs by fund to fund and by startups to startups. And how to match that and really opportunize the grants and every investments that are available is a big question and challenge, I think. And the core challenge would be, Harris, could you explain Q3? Yeah.
Oh, that don't really relate to me, but because challenges in climate is always the low return on investments, or if any return on investment. So that's why government has to provide support through grants to help fund some capital expenditure so it can be profitable for the private sector.
Okay. This is very, very practical and dire issue in the area. And it's like asking for the standardized metrics and the measures is always there to be it's required. So it is like one area that we can actually go deep in through our CC activities, I think. It sounds quite serious, but yes, it's one of the most important issues to make it really applicable and scalable, right? That's cool. Thank you.
Talked about how to proceed our project, which we made in last climate corps. And we found some issues in this matrix like this. Yeah.
Is this something to do? It's continued with the olivine idea because I see that you wrote composition and.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe if you can specify a little bit more about it's about carbon capture and carbon sequestration technology, right?
Yes.
rock formation. Yeah, if you can make it more specific, that would be also good too. Okay, cool. One, you say.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
One more.
Okay, one more.
Kimchi. Thank you. Okay. So nice. Thank you so much, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the day.
I'm so
Good
sorry.
night, some of you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.